Hey, good evening, everybody. This is Jess, and I'm guiding your Santa Inspire class tonight. I'm just going to give you a minute or two to get on your mats and get ready for Santa Inspire. Welcome, everybody. Hi. So my name is Jess. Once you've got your mat set up, you can lie down on your back and let your palms turn up. Take a few long, deep breaths. Hi. So nice to see you guys. So Inspire is a free sequenced class with a certain kind of structure. It can seem like a flow class, but the level of difficulty or the speed of the practice is, it really depends on who's teaching the class. But it's meant to build on a particular idea of a theme. And the idea and the theme for tonight is opening up the shoulders and just getting the shoulders and the pelvis moving. So if you're sitting at a desk a lot or just sitting on your couch a lot these days, we're just going to get those areas moving and just using yoga poses to get the body inspired. Okay, so I'm going to turn off the comments now and I'll turn them back on at the end so that I can spend a few minutes with you. Okay, so lie down on your backs. You can bring both knees into your chest, wrap your arms around your legs, rock across your back body, and just notice how the bones feel as you roll across them, how the muscles feel. If you're pulling your knees in towards your chest, notice how your glutes are feeling. This is Lou. She often makes appearances in my yoga classes online. And then you can roll to one side and just take a moment on your side. Breathing in and out. Just notice the pace of your heart rate and your breath. And can you settle it down? Can you calm yourself a little bit? I'm going to play some music tonight, just some really calm chanting music. I'm going to keep it pretty quiet, so if you want to play something else, you shouldn't have to drown it out. You can come up to child's pose. Reaching your arms forward actively, starting to wake up your fingertips, pressing them down into your mat. Waking up the muscles that run from the upper arm bone down into the side body. And take 3 more breaths. Maybe you push your hips towards your heels, opening the fronts of the ankles, deepening your fold onto the thighs, breathing belly to thighs. Then inhale, move forward to tabletop. Get your knees right underneath your hips, your hands right underneath your shoulders, and test the tension in your forearms by sending your body weight forward and feeling the tension build. And take a few breaths here. Hug the low belly in, reach the crown of the head forward so that you're waking up your core, make a sense for containment, turning that yan, and then slide yourself back, take the tension off your forearms. You can do this a couple more times. If you like to hold a nice slow stretch, stay in the hold. If you like to move a little bit more, You're gonna allow yourself to shift towards the pinky side of one hand and back towards the heel of the hand, and forward again through center to shift the other way. So you'll feel the stretch change as you move through these half circles. Take a few more rounds, whatever you're doing. And then pause. Turn the heels of your hands to face in. And the hands can be a little bit more narrow than shoulder width. Pressing through the heels of the hands, keeping them on the ground, allow your body weight to shift from side to side. Still maintaining attention to be rooted through your legs. Supported through the belly. And the same thing, you can do these semicircles, going one way and then the other, pressing down through the heels of your hands, feeling that stretch. It's really easy to overstretch the forearms, so go gently. And pause where there's the least amount of tension. Walk your knees and big toes together. Touch. Tuck your toes under. You're going for a little toe stretch. So you're going to sit your weight back towards your heels. You can keep your fingertips on the ground, or you can sit hips to heels. You should feel some stretch through the arches of the feet. Interlace your fingers, and then clench the palms together and fairly stiffly try to arm wrestle yourself, but just at the wrists. Go in all directions. Keep the elbows in so you're really getting this movement through the wrists with a bit of strength. Shake that out. This time you're going to take your fingertips to face your knees. Keep your fingertips pretty close to your knees and then try to get the heel of the hand on the floor. As you lean forward, you'll feel the tension drift away. And as you lean back, you'll feel the tension start to build through the forearms. So you can oscillate again, taking the tension off, and then putting it back on. You can untuck your toes too, or you can stay in the toe stretch. Sometimes I forget it's hard for people to stay, but you can stay in it if you want to. If you're questioning it though, come out. Take 3 more breaths. Releasing the hands, come back to tabletop. Take a few cat-cows arching, the spine lifting the tailbone and the head, and rounding your back up to the ceiling again, pushing through the feet, the shins, the whole surface of the hands. Feel like you're pulling your chest forward with your inhale. Returning to tabletop, lower down onto your left forearm and then walk your right arm out in front of you. So this is a modification of quarter dog. You're going to keep your hips and knees in alignment and just drop down through the right arm. You might widen the left arm out. You might even bring the left hand back by your chest and turn your head to the left to get a little deeper into that right shoulder. You can use a little resistance, press the right arm into the floor and pull it back towards you. Take 3 more breaths. Gently slide the right hand in underneath you until you can get the forearm on the floor. Slide the left arm out. And then begin to drop down through the left shoulder. Give yourself time to work into the depth. You don't need to get there all at once, but maybe eventually bring your hand back underneath your shoulder and turn your head to the right. Notice if it feels a little bit more intense to shift your hips off to one side. You can do that. Exaggerate the stretch as you feel you need to. slowly press yourself back up onto both forearms and just take a moment here. Going into full quarter dog, slide both arms forward, let your chest touch down, you can drop your chin. If this is a little too much for you and you have a block or books, you can put it underneath your chest just to give a little bit less strain to the shoulders. Start to walk your hands back so you can press up to tabletop. Tuck your toes under and just hover your knees off the mat. You can take the knees a little bit wider than the feet. Lengthen tailbone through crown. Press into the floor with your arms. And slowly lift your hips, go back to downward dog. You have about 5 breaths to pedal out the legs. Again, to grip the mat with your hands. Taking long inhales, full exhales. Walk yourself forward to the top of the mat. Keep your feet hip width apart, let your head hang heavy. Take 3 more breaths here. You can hold the backs of the ankles, massage your calves. Nice and slowly curl yourself up to standing. And inhale, sweep arms up overhead, palms into the heart as you exhale. Take a moment, rest your arms by your sides, feel your feet grounded on the floor. Have a beautiful practice, everybody. Breathe in, reach your arms up, fold forward, breathe out. Take a half lift with the breath in, lean towards the balls of your feet. Fold as you exhale. Step your right foot back, lower your knee to the ground. Bring your right hand to the outside of your left thigh. And stand tall. Tuck the tailbone under just a little bit. Your left hand can be on your sacrum. And you're lifting up and turning to the left. Targeting the front of the hip, maybe into the belly. Try to avoid arching your back a lot. Untwist, plant your right hand on the floor, walk your left foot a little wider. Take your left fingertips to the instep of your left foot. Breathe in, reach your left arm just to shoulder height, about 45 degrees away from you, and then breathe out, lower it down. Breathe in, reach the arms forward, try to avoid hugging your ear and shoulder together, and down. You can do this with your inhale, lift. Exhale, come down, and do 2 more. Breathe in, and breathe out. Breathe in, and breathe out. Breathe in, take the arm up, reach it out to the side, and then twist towards the ceiling. Plug down through your right shoulder, lift your chest, lengthen your spine into the twist. Keep breathing, keep opening. Bring your left hand down to the floor, walk your left foot to the middle of your mat, and straighten your leg any amount. Get a little sensation through the back of the left thigh. You can send your hips back in space and your heart forward. Plant your palms, step back, hold plank. Firm the glutes, firm the quads, rest more weight to the ball of the foot, let the toes be light. Reach into the floor with your hands. Downward facing dog, big breath in. Long breath out. Left leg high, step your left foot forward. lower your right knee to the floor. Walk your left foot out wider and drop down onto the forearms if you've got the space in the hips to do that for dragon lunge. You can also stay up on the fingertips or use a block to stay up higher. Take 3 more breaths. Hug the right hip in, stay lifted using your muscles so that you're gaining stretch in your muscles, not at your hip capsule. Come back up onto your palms if you lower to the forearms. Tuck your right toes under, roll onto the outer edge of your foot. You're starting to walk your foot to the left for side plank. Lift the right side of the body up. You can stay here or balance yourself and stack left foot on top of right. If you feel unstable, check that your shoulder and wrist are in alignment. Turn your eyes to the ceiling. Look down to the floor, land your plank, breathe. And then lift your hips, downward facing dog. Again, inhale, lift your right leg high. Step your foot between your hands. Lower your knee to the floor. Right hand to left thigh. Left hand to right thigh, sorry. Right hand to sacrum. Twist to the right. Chest lifted. Spine long. Keep your eyes and your face soft. Bring your left hand down to the floor as you untwist. Widen your right foot to the side. Take your right hand to the instep. Breathe in. Send your arm 45 degrees away from the body, just shoulder height. And exhale down. Inhale, lift. Keep the shoulder away from the ears. You reach your arm forward and back. Keep going. Breathing in as you reach. Breathing out as you come back. Do 3 more. This time, reach your arm forward as you inhale, twist as you exhale, press into the ground, lift out of your shoulder, lengthen your spine up, breathe. Hug that right hip underneath you, spin 1 more set of ribs underneath your body and over to the right. Untwist, plant your right palm, walk your right foot to the middle of your mat, straighten your right leg. You can lift up off the ball of the foot. You can even turn your foot from side to side a little bit. Good. Plant your palms, tuck your toes, step back, hold plank, get really strong. Downward facing dog. Big breath in. Long breath out. Right leg high. Step your foot between your hands. Lower your back knee down to the ground. Revisiting dragon lunge on the other side. You can stay up on your palms. You could lower down to a block or right down onto the forearms. Hug the right knee in if that's pinchy on your hip. Walk your foot wider. Try turning your toes out. Give the left glutes a little squeeze, pressing that thigh bone forward into the stretch. Walk back up onto your palms. Tuck the left toes, roll onto the outer edge of your left foot. You're moving to side plank. Engage the left side body first. Reach your arm up. Again, align wrist and shoulder. Maybe stack the right foot on top. You can turn your eyes. Keep the breath nice and slow and steady. And look down to your mat. Chaturanga. Exhale. Come through upward facing dog on your breath in. Downward facing dog on your breath out. 3 breaths. Reconnect. your heartbeat. Relax your eyes, your tongue. Tiptoe your feet forward to the top of the mat. Take a gentle forward fold, shake out your head. And inhale, half lift, let the spine fully lengthen. Fold as you exhale. Reach your arms up overhead, breathe in. Taking eagle, wrap your right leg over your left, right arm under your left. Catch your balance. Take the elbows nice and high, hands forward. Breathe in, reach your arms up, runner's lunge, step back with the right foot, sweep your arms by your sides. Get a stance that keeps yourself really balanced. Usually hip width feels good. Hug the shoulder blades together. Lengthen through the crown of your head to the back heel. To high lunge, breathe in, reach the arms up. Soften the back knee if you're still feeling tight through the front of the right hip. Lower your arms out in front of you, shoulder height. Breathe in, breathe out, push your arms forward. Breathe in, pull them back, widen your arms out to the sides. Breathe out, hug the shoulder blades together. Keep your spine stable. Breathe in, swing the arms forward. Breathe out, push the arms forward. Breathe in, pull the shoulders back, arms sweep wide. Breathe out, pull the shoulder blades together. Forward, exhale, push. Inhale, open. Exhale, squeeze. Do 2 more. Stay here with the arms open and twist towards your left. Squeeze the inner thighs. Keep that left outer hip nice and active. Untwist, reach your arms up. Plant your palms, step back, plank. Lower chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left foot steps forward. Lower your right knee to the ground. Take a twist to the left. Bend your right knee. Grab hold of your foot. Walk the left foot out a little wider. Turn your chest. Right palm can even go wider on your mat. Lean to your right. Hug the heel in. Maybe charge up the right hamstring. Let it help you pull. Gently release. We're going back to side plank. Tuck the right toes. Get your hand underneath your shoulder. Roll to the outer edge of the right foot. Swing your left foot back. Stack. Plant your palm. Lower chaturanga. Your upward facing dog as you inhale. Downward facing dog as you exhale. Lift the heels high, press into the palms, tiptoe all the way up to the top of your mat. Half lift with the breath in, fold on your breath out. Rise up to standing, breathe in, eagle to the left, left leg over the right, left arm under the right. Hug the legs in tight. Rest your weight through your heel, the ball of your foot. Lengthen through the back of the skull where it connects to your neck. Under your arms, reach them up. Runner's lunge, step back. Sweep your arms by your sides. Again, get a stance that feels balanced. Quite a long time to be in this stride. See if you can engage those shoulder blades muscles, just gently hugging into center. Breathe in, take the arms and torso up tall. Straighten the back leg as much as you can. Send the arms forward. Take a breath in. Push them forward on the breath out. Hug them back and open with your inhale. Squeeze the shoulder blades together on your back as you exhale. Sweep them forward on your inhale. Push forward with your exhale. Open, inhale. Squeeze, exhale. Do 3 more. Hold on the third one, and then twist towards your right. Keep the arms reaching out, shoulder blades hugging together. Untwist, plant your palms, step back plank, lower chaturanga. Upward facing dog, breathe in. Downward facing dog, breathe out. Right leg high, step your foot between your hands, lower your left knee to the floor. Take your left hand out a little wider, bend your left knee, reach back with your right hand. Settle your right foot somewhere where the knee can open, the hip can open, and then twist. Chest is lifting, spine is lengthening. You can send the breath a little deeper, maybe even hold the end of your exhale for a beat or 2. And then gently release your foot. You're coming into side plank. Stabilize your left arm first. Roll onto the outer edge of the left foot. Sweep the right foot back. Reach your arm up. Lift the hips. Flex your feet. Look down, chaturanga, exhale. Through the flow, stay strong for your legs. Reach the heels back, down dog. 3 breaths here. You can lift up onto the balls of the feet, hop or step forward to the top of your mat. Half lift, breathe in. Fold, breathe out. With your feet hip width apart, grab onto your big toes with your peace fingers. Breathe in, lead the chest forward. Bend your elbows and fold. You can stay active, lifting with your inhale, rooting through the big toes as you bend your elbows on the exhale. Take 3 more breaths. Let go the weight of the head. Breathe out the mouth. Let the arms hang heavy as you curl all the way up to standing. Pull the shoulders out to the ears. Let it go. Take your hands to your hips. Right knee high in front of you. Arms down by your sides, going into toppling tree. Send your right leg back in space. Reach through your heel. You can stop at any time, or you can lean forward to try and get your body to a capital T shape. Look forward a little bit. Step back, slow to high lunge. Take your arms up overhead. Right hand plants onto your upper back. Left arm reaches behind your back, bend your elbow. Try to walk your hands to touch. You can just hold onto your shirt or grab a strap if you have one. Try to bring the rib cage in so you're not arching your back to find the opening through the shoulders. Keep the legs strong. Your eyes softly focused in front of you. Undo the arms, reach them up. Step the back foot in, warrior one. Sweep your arms behind your back, interlock your fingers. Keep the front knee bent. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, fold forward. Humbled warrior, you can take the arms up high away from your back. Your head hang heavy. And release your hands to the floor, step back plank. Lower chaturanga. Up dog with your breath in. Returning down dog with your breath out. Left leg high. Step your foot between your hands. High lunge, reach up. Cactus the arms. Send the elbows forward and the hands back. Lift your chest up. Lift the chin just a little bit. Feel that strength through the front of your neck. To warrior one, reach your arms up. Step your foot down, sweep your arms behind your back. This time, straighten your leg. You can press the knuckles together or the palms behind your back. Pull the left hip back and the right hip forward. Breathe in, lift your chest up. Breathe out, hinge forward at the hips. Send the heart forward a little bit more, breathe in. Maybe hinge a little bit more with your breath out. And release your hands to the floor, let your head drop. Shake it out. Bend into your left knee, bring your right knee to your nose. Kick your leg up nice and high. Inhale, standing splits, just 3 breaths. Exhale, kick. Inhale, bring belly and chest closer to your thigh, kick. Last time, breathe. Let it go. Bring your right foot down beside your left. Bend both your knees. Shake your head heavy. Sit yourself into powerful pose. Reach your arms up. Exhale, come up to mountain pose. Bring your hands to your hips, shift your weight to your left foot. Stand up nice and tall. Notice if you're starting to lean back to get your leg up high, hug the belly in and lift. Going to toppling tree, arms by your sides. Kick your leg back. Pause, even with your toes down on the ground. Just keep your spine and your leg in the same line. You're going for that T shape, dig into the floor. Stay light through the toes. Reach long through your body. Slow step back to high lunge. Arms come up. Broaden your stance if you need to. Again, get stable. Left hand to your upper back. Right arm behind you. Fingertips touching together. Notice if you're escaping the containment of the spine to get the shoulders or the hands together. Hug in. Breathe. You can press the left elbow up a little higher. Reaching both arms up as you breathe in. Step that left heel down to the ground as you breathe out. Lengthen the torso tall. Hands behind your back. Interlace your fingers. Keep the front knee bent. Breathe in. Lift the chest. Fold to that bent knee with your breath out. You feel yourself starting to fall the hips to the right. Hug them back in and root through the left heel. Plant both hands to the floor, step back, plank. Lower chaturanga. Pull through upward facing dog. Back, downward facing dog. Right foot steps forward. Come up high lunge with the breath in. Cactus the arms, elbows forward, backs of the hands reach back. Lengthen from the pelvis up through the chest. Strong through your neck. Grounding down through your legs and your feet. Reach your arms up, straighten your front leg. Step that back heel down, warrior one. Arms behind your back, press knuckles or palms, breathe in. Hinge halfway, breathe out. Keep the elbows lifting towards the ceiling. That right hip pulling back. Left foot pushing the left hip forward. Heart leading past your toes. Let yourself fold over that right leg. Back rounds for a few breaths. Your head can get heavy. Bend into your right knee, tap your left knee to your nose, and then kick high, standing splits, just 3 breaths. Walk your hands in closer to your standing leg, let the hip turn open if you like. Pull yourself into that forward fold using your abdominal strength. And then step, right foot beside left. Deep bend in your knees, head heavy. Slowly sit into powerful pose. And then mountain pose. Breath in, roll your shoulders up. Let that go, breathe out. Inhale, sweep your arms up overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Take a half lift on the breath in. Go back, chaturanga, hopper step. Through upward facing dog. Go back, downward facing dog. Look to your hands, bend your knees. Hop forward to squat, sit low. Bring palms to heart. You can sit on a block. If you need a little bit more stability, you can also just keep your hands on the floor. And we'll take 5 breaths here. Close your eyes. Sometimes I find this pose to be one of the most grounding things I can do when I feel overwhelmed, just to get close to the earth. Reach your arms forward. As gently as you can, sit down onto the floor. I'm going to turn sideways a little bit for you. Just roll down onto your back. Use your abs like brakes. Use your hands if you need to. Rest your head on the floor. Bend your knees, lift them up so that your shins are parallel to the floor. Take your hands to the fronts of your thighs. Your head can rest down for now. Press hands and thighs into each other while drawing the belly in. You want to feel so strong that when you do this, that even your back is drawing in. So it's like you're using all the muscles in your torso to make a corset. You can flex your feet. Press for 5 more breaths. And don't lose the contraction on your exhales. Draw your knees into your chest. Relax the effort. Roll yourself from side to side. Okay, you can stick with that variation, or this time you're going to take your arms up so your hands are right above your shoulders, and then point your fingertips to the ceiling. Once you've done that, point your fingertips towards your head so that your palms press up to the ceiling. Knees go wide. You're going to try to hug your elbows either to your knees or right into your armpits. You can let your head lift off the ground for this exercise. So again, you can keep your arms at shoulder height and try to hug your knees to your armpits. It's okay if your torso lifts. Or you can try just knees to elbows, really pushing the lower back up away from the floor. So give it a try, whatever variation you want to take. Try to pull your knees in as much as you can and then press your hands towards the ceiling. Go for 3, 2, and 1. Let it all go. Bring your feet to the floor. Let them go wide and your knees touch together. If you want a little movement, rock your knees from side to side. So we'll try that one more time. You can go back to hands and thighs, or arms straight up, palms pressed to the ceiling, and then using your lower abs, hug in. Try to bring your knees right into your chest. You can point your toes and try to hug your heels towards your glutes. Keep pressing. If you want somewhere to look just past your fingertips with your eyes. And then gently release down to the floor. Bring your knees in. Do a little rock from side to side. Start to roll up and down on your spine until you can come up to seated. Once you're upright, reach your arms forward. Interlace your fingers. Roll your knees to the right. Come up onto your shins. Swing your right shin back, your left shin back. Stand up nice and tall. Tuck your toes under. Take a breath in. Twist to your left as you breathe out. Come back to center. Breathe in. Don't let the hips move much. Go to your right. Center. And to your left. Center. And to your right. Center. Hold left this time. Pull forward through the left pelvis. Come to center. Twist to the right. Hold right. Right hip pulls forward. Come back to center. Lean to your right. Bring your left foot down onto the mat. Lean to your left. Bring your right foot down onto the mat. Turn your fingertips to face up. Plant your palms on the ground. You need to walk your feet back for crow. Come up onto the balls of the feet. Again, you can go elbows and knees together, or you can go knees to armpits. Take a breath in. Keep your feet on the floor, arms as straight as they can be, and just lean forward. Get a sense for what it feels like to take all the weight into your hands, and then rock back for a moment. Breathe in, hips drop. Breathe out. This time, go for crow. Walk your way forward into your hands. See if you can lift the toes off the ground. If you can, lift the feet up. Press into the ground. Try to lift your arms or lift your chest. Take your arms as straight as you can. 3. You can jump back at the end of the countdown. 2 and 1. Otherwise, lower your feet to the mat. Take a squat, palms to heart. If you've jumped back, finish your flow, and then jump forward to the squat again. Reach your arms forward. You can take your hands about shoulder width. Turn your palms to face up. Hug the belly in. Drop your seat down onto the ground. Stretch both legs out long. Take an inhale, reach your arms up tall. Fold forward, exhale. Grab to your calves, your feet. Take your chest forward, hug the shoulder blades together, and bow the heart a little more. Feeling this through the backs of the legs. You can bend your knees if you need a little bit more ease through the hips. Take your attention into where you feel the stretch. And really work your breath to connect with your body. And rounding up nice and slow. Shift your weight to your right. Swing your left leg back, coming into pigeon. Sit up nice and tall. Look behind you, left leg right out behind you, including the ankle. Stay here. Pull forward when you're ready. Lowering down to forearms, maybe stacking fists, resting forehead down. Rock your forehead across your hands, the ground. This is a time when you can let your chest drop away from the shoulder blades. You don't have to support yourself here. Sometimes that stretch or that release can feel really nice. Exhaling out of the mouth a few times. Push back up onto the palms. Sit to your right hip. Sweep the left leg out in front of you. Breathe in, reach your right arm up. Send it behind you. Exhale, lift your hips. Plant your left foot. Stretch, body open. Shake out your head a little bit. See if you can squeeze the glutes, let the hips a little higher. And sink yourself back down. Taking pigeon to the left. Shift your leg to the left leg. Come up tall. Send your right leg straight out behind you. I'm just trusting there that pigeon works for everybody, or that you just did your own thing, which honestly most of you have. But if this is bothering your front knee, you can sit off to your left thigh and just and do that. Could also finish practice by sitting up in meditation. As you feel your shoulder blades in contact with the floor, allow the front part of the shoulder where your arm connects into your chest to relax. You'd even take one hand and massage out the pec muscle for a few breaths on one side. And then switch sides if you want to massage out the other pec. And if you want to keep going with this active Shavasana, take both hands to your rib cage. It can be your lower ribs at the front side. And make sure that your breath is expanding outward. So not just upward towards the ceiling, but also outward into your fingers. And then let your hands slide down to your hip creases, softening through the front of the hips. Maybe clenching your glutes a couple of times just to make sure that nothing in the pelvis is really, really, really tense. And giving a little shake out through your heels so that all the muscles on your legs just jiggle a little bit. That kind of shaking is a great way to let go of tension in the nervous system. Close your eyes if you haven't closed them already, and let this Shavasana become a practice of relative stillness. So you're still going to move a little bit here and there. You're relaxing into this stillness, whatever it is for you right now. Allow your lower jaw to release away from the upper jaw, so you feel the pockets of the cheeks begin to soften. You can even massage them if you feel like they're really tense and it's hard to connect to letting them go just through visualization. Thank you so much for being here tonight to practice with me. I miss all of you so much, and thank you if you're new to the practice and you stuck with trying out a Santa Inspired class. I'm going to turn the comments back on, but feel free to stay on your mats. The gratitude is felt through the practice. Just doing this with you is more than enough. Have a wonderful night, everybody. Namaste. Yeah, the hour goes by so quickly. Oh, thank you. My name's Jess. My Instagram is licensed to touch paused. I don't post very much, but I respond to any connection that you make there. Good night, everybody.